Good morning. This is Alexis Parker sitting in with Giovanni Gallucci and Chloe Dawn, and this is the Daily Trend Report.
Morning, Alexis. Ruby let you sleep in?
Walked her at first light. Sky over the Trans-Pecos couldn't decide on a color. Good morning for it. Iced latte, sunglasses, ready.
Then let's go. Today, what your own numbers can do on social, a pickle plant in Indiana that's really a brand story, and the real-world stunts brands actually ran this week.
The thing that stopped me this week wasn't a platform change. It was Spotify. Eddie's report flagged it. They took their own listening data and turned it into these little screenshot posts people actually shared. That's the whole thing. Numbers, made into content.
And it worked because nobody else has those numbers. That's the trick. Spotify's data is Spotify's. You can't scrape it, you can't fake it, a machine can't hand it to your competitor. In a feed where half of what scrolls by could have been made by anybody, the thing only you've is the thing that stands out.
But most brands think they don't have data like that. They're not Spotify.
Everybody's got it. They just don't look. A clean label brand knows what actually sold last month, what people reorder, how far the ingredients drove to get there. The bakery knows Tuesday's slow and Saturday sells out by 10. That's a story with a number attached. And the number is what makes people believe it.
The receipts are the flex.
Right, but here's where brands blow it. They post the chart and walk off. A bar graph with no opinion on its wallpaper. You lead with what the number means. We sold out of the small batch hot sauce in 4 days, and here's why we're not making more of it. Now the number's doing work. It's got a point of view stapled to it.
What makes a number worth posting versus one that's just noise?
It has to surprise somebody or settle something. A figure nobody expected, or one that ends an argument. Sold out in 4 days is a story. We had a nice month isn't. Find the number that makes a person go, huh, and lead with the huh.
And you can make it a habit, not a one-off.
That's the part I'd push hardest. Make it a franchise. Same slot every month, same look, a name people learn. When it recurs, folks start waiting for it. And a competitor can copy your format all day and still can't run it because they don't have your numbers. You've built something with a wall around it you never had to defend.
Fashion does this and doesn't even call it data. The most saved fit of the month. What sold out in one size run. That's a post.
It's the same muscle. Whatever your category, you're sitting on a private ledger of what people actually did, not what a survey said they'd do. Behavior beats opinion every time, and behavior with a receipt is about the most persuasive thing you can put in a feed.
Costs you nothing but the honesty.
Which is the catch. You've got to show the real figure, including the one that isn't flattering. The month you dipped. People can smell a curated number a mile off. The rough one earns the trust the polished one spends.
There's something honest about it. You're not performing, you're just showing your work.
That's the register that's winning right now. Less polish, more proof. A number you'll stand behind does more than a caption you sweated over for an hour.
All right, 3 things you can actually do today.
1. Find one number only you have. What sold, what got reordered, how far the milk drove. Build a monthly post around it and give it a name people can learn. 2. Never post the number naked. Lead with what it means and take a side on it. The opinion is what gets it shared, not the digit. 3. Show the ugly month too. The dip you're honest about buys more than the record you brag about.
My story's a pickle company. Travis and Eddie both had it. Grillo's just opened a $54 million plant in Indiana. Refrigerated pickles, short ingredient list, 150 jobs in a town most people can't find on a map.
And it started as a cart in Boston. One guy, a family recipe, cucumbers and dill. That's the story worth more than the pickles. And most food brands would bury it in a press release and never think about it again.
The instinct's obvious. Point a camera at the line, film the first batch coming off, put the founder in a hairnet.
And that's the reflex I'd fight. Everybody films the founder now. It's the default, and the default's gone stale. The plant isn't the story, the town is. 150 jobs in Bartholomew County means something to the people who live there, and they've all got phones.
So you hand it to them.
You hand it to them. Find the 3 creators who already post about that town, the local food page, the folks who root for the place. Seed them the story and let hometown pride carry it. A guy who just got hired posting my town landed this, travels further than any brand tour. because his cousins actually watch him.
How do you seed the creators without it feeling bought?
You don't hand them a script, you hand them the thing that's true and let them react to it. Give the guy who got the job a reason to be proud, not a caption to read. The second it sounds like an ad, the county tunes it out. It's their story. You're just the reason it happened.
Made in America lands harder from the people it's made by.
It's the difference between telling folks you're local and letting local folks tell it for you. Big private label can pour concrete too. What they can't do is get a whole county to post about a plant like it's theirs. That's the part a spreadsheet can't buy.
And it isn't just one company, right?
It's a whole run of it. Kansas City Hickory's putting up a plant in Missouri. The USDA is moving to ease the beef ban to help domestic prices. Made here, sourced here, hired here. 2 years ago, that was a supply chain footnote. Now it's the front of the label and the front of the feed.
What does the recurring series actually look like week to week?
A different face every time. This week, the maintenance mechanic who moved his family for the job. Next week, the line lead who's been there since the cart days. You're not selling pickles in any of them. You're building a place people feel like they know, and folks buy from places they feel like they know.
One rule, though. Don't fake the local.
Say only what's true. If it's made in that town, name the town. Made in USA means what the law says it means. The whole advantage is that people believe you, and that only holds if the claim's airtight.
3 moves before we move on.
1. Skip the corporate plant tour. Find 3 creators in the plant's own town and hand them the story to tell in their own voice. 2. Tag and lift the regional accounts, the local food page, the town boosters, so the jobs landed here post rides community networks instead of just your followers. 3. Build a recurring Where It's Made series that features a different hometown voice each round, so the place becomes the content and the town reshares every time.
Okay, the part I've been waiting for. What did brands actually make this week?
The pattern I can't stop looking at is physical, real world. Eddie and Travis both had it. Kia built an actual claw machine and ran a live video AMA on Reddit during WNBA All-Star Weekend. Real analyst, real machine, real questions shot into a mini hoop for charity. 61,000 views in 3 days on a platform people still think is text only. 20 grand raised.
On Reddit. Nobody makes video on Reddit.
Which is exactly why it cut through. Same week, FX rebuilt an actual 80s mall in Sherman Oaks to push a show, and Degree renamed New York subway stops something like Molten Core for a sweat campaign. 3 different brands, 1 move. Make a real thing in a real place that obviously happened.
The obviously happened part is everything. You can't generate that.
That's the point. When the feed's full of images a machine could have spit out, a tangible, unrepeatable moment reads as true before anybody stops to think. And it seeds its own footage because people film it themselves. FX didn't shoot that mall. The people who walked through it did.
But that's big brand money. Kia, FX, a whole subway line.
It isn't, and that's the part I want operators to hear. You don't need scale. You need one real object, one real place, one real interaction, filmed once. A pickle brand parks a jar the size of a person outside the farmer's market for a Saturday. That's the low-budget version, and it works for the same reason the claw machine did. It's physically there.
Does it have to be a stunt? That word scares small brands.
Call it a real thing that happened instead. A chalk mural on the sidewalk out front. A one-day setup people can stand inside. A jar so big it's absurd. The absurd part is the invitation. People film absurd. They scroll right past tasteful.
So the small operators version isn't smaller reach, it's smaller footprint.
Same idea, less square footage. 1 corner, 1 afternoon, 1 thing that shouldn't be there. The claw machine worked because it didn't belong on Reddit. Your version works because it doesn't belong on that sidewalk. Out of place is the whole hook.
Where does it go wrong?
When the thing doesn't ladder to what you sell. A spectacle with no line back to the product is money on fire. Kia's claw machine tied to the brand and a cause. The subway bit tied straight to sweat, which is the whole reason Degree exists. If your big physical thing doesn't point at the shelf, you bought attention you can't spend.
Make it real. Make it point somewhere.
Out of place, but true, and aimed at what you sell. Do that and the crowd becomes your distribution for free. Here's what to actually do with all that. 1. Build one undeniably physical, specific thing. A real object, a real place, one real interaction. Then film it once. You're not buying reach, you're buying this obviously happened. 2. Ladder it to what you sell. A physical hook with no line back to the product is spend, not content. Kia tied the claw machine to the brand and a cause. Copy the discipline, not the budget. 3. Design it to be filmed by other people. The win is the footage the crowd shoots, the way FX let visitors carry that mall. Build a moment worth screenshotting, and the audience does your distribution for you. That's the board for today. If your category's got trends worth chewing on every week, I build weekly deep dive podcasts like this one for brands. Your niche, your voice, done for you. That's the kind of work the GallucciNet pipeline turns out. If you want one, find me at gallucci.net or DM at galluccinet on Instagram or LinkedIn. Talk tomorrow.